Good morning. Tuesday again, 8:15 a.m. again. And here we are at our 20-minute Jewish mindfulness practice focusing on gratitude. I thought I'd start today with the same words as we're familiar with, the moda ani or modeh ani if you're male, and really thinking about what those words mean. Moda ani, modeh ani, I am grateful. I give thanks. Lefanecha, in front of you. Melecha, God, Creator, King, Creator of all things. And I was listening to a podcast this week and learning from an amazing teacher called Rabbi Shefa Gold. And she teaches and creates chants. And she talks about the idea of a chant as opposed to a song is that you can sort of get past the unfamiliar and it sort of takes over and becomes you, and the intentionality of the words you're saying really are embedded. So one of the things I was thinking of today was how can we, and she does this with Moda Ani, is how can we bring that intentionality? And she talks about thinking about Moda Ani, being grateful for the past, and there's also Moda Ani, being grateful for things that will happen in the future, and then also Moda Ani about the actual present, what is here right now. Good morning, Gillian. So as we say these words, Moda ani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam, let's think about all the things we can be grateful for that have happened already. Moda ani lefanecha, let's think about all the things that may happen in the future that we can be grateful for, the anticipation, gratitude for that anticipation. And Moda ani lefanecha, right now, in this moment, in the present, what am I grateful for? So making sure you're feeling comfortable, and we'll sing it 3 times. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam. We're often told and we often say, have a good day, have a great day, have a good day. What does it mean? Have a good day. And I'd like to invite us to think about seeking out the good. This is a Musar practice, Hakarat HaTov, literally looking around. What is good right now? It is good that my bookshelves are holding books that remind me of wonderful things I've read and things I look forward to reading. It is good that I can look out of the window and see the sun rising in the sky. Hakarat HaTov, literally just using that as a practice to seek the good. And that made me think about one of the prayers we say in Havdalah, where we say, thank you, God, for distinguishing. Lahavdel is literally to distinguish. That's what Havdalah is, to distinguish between the Kodesh and the Chol. And we're taught about this in Havdalah. It's one of the blessings, the holy, and the Chol, which some people translate as profane, but I kind of prefer as just the not sacred. And something I was taught was Kodesh, the Shabbat is a gift because we're given this holy day every week. And the rest of the week is for us to bring that holiness, to do the work, to have a good day, to create those good moments, to create goodness in the world Whereas on Shabbat, the gift is that that goodness just exists. We wake up, it's Shabbat, it's Kodesh. So I invite us on this Tuesday morning to think about ways in which we can create Kodesh today, ways in which we can bring goodness into the world, in our encounters, in our thoughts, in our choices, in our actions. So that's hopefully a good intention today, is have a good day. And over to you, Gillian. Good morning.
Morning. So I sound a bit croaky, but that's okay. And my eyes are streaming with some sort of allergy, but that's okay too, because I can still find some amazing moments right now where I am. I decided to come outside because it is so beautiful. It's not, there's a little bit of grey cloud, but there is sunshine. But it is this time of year, and you're talking about finding the wonderful moments where we are, and there is no better place to do it than outside at this time of year. February, it's not even that cold, but then I'm a real northerner, so I wouldn't I wouldn't really know what cold is. I invite you to sit and with an intentionality, with awareness, be aware that we're here, and this moment of how wonderful is it to be able to sit and pause right now to start thinking about what we have in our lives to appreciate and be grateful for. So deep breath, relax, and a few more deep breaths. And I know from experience that as I sit here on camera with the microphone on, that you will hopefully be able to hear the bird song around me. So as soon as I sit here quietly, just breathing, the first thing that I become aware of is the bird song, which is so amazing. I happen to live in a near a lot of trees, which for some people is a nightmare. I can never understand this because I love trees, but for other people, there's a lot of leaf dropping. Leaves are there all year round to be collected. But what do we get instead as compensation? We get the bird song all the time. I'm not very good at picking out individual bird song. I keep promising myself one day I'll go and learn a bit more. I have friends who are amazing at this and can just sit and listen and identify, but not me. All I can do is enjoy the richness and the variety, and I can tune in. I can tune in on specific birds. Where are they? Where are they in relation to me? Are they having a conversation with other birds? What is this extraordinary sound that comes out? Not just in the dawn chorus, but all day long. I can also, some distance away, hear some traffic too. But it's very, very possible to tune out the traffic and just come back to the bird song. This is what we can do in our lives. We can tune out the stuff which doesn't really matter. Sometimes we have to focus on stuff we'd rather not. But a lot of the time we don't have to. We can tune out the traffic and find the bird's song. So it's a particularly quiet morning here in terms of just the traffic. Can't hear anything else. No helicopters, no planes, but the bird song is powerful. The bird song is loud. And now I'm just going to turn my camera around to focus on the ground. Because sometimes we don't have opportunity to be outside in nature, or we don't have immediately, we're not in surroundings where we feel we can powerfully enjoy and create magical moments. But I could be showing you leaves and flowers about to burst into bloom, but instead I'm focused now on the ground, on the beauty of decking which hasn't been cleaned in a while, and the beauty of this green, this mossy green. There's a golden light where the sun is catching it, and tiny, tiny, tiny bits of blossom, such small bits of blossom. And the lines running across the grooves. I can look at this scene right now and see some form of abstract painting. If I were to take a screenshot now of this view at this angle, with these lines and these colours and these textures, I have a painting. There is real beauty everywhere we look. And then the third thing that I wanted to show you this morning are the bulbs. Because we're at that time of year when it's bare earth and everything is just starting to come through, and all you can do is get right down, right in on the detail. The tiny anemones popping up out of the ground, they are so small. We're looking at just a few millimeters across, but they're there. And this bare earth at this time of year, this cold end of winter time of year, contains so much promise, so much hope. And as we go anywhere at the moment, doesn't matter, wherever you look, you see signs of new life emerging in bare earth. This is something profoundly, profoundly beautiful and inspiring, and just brings a smile to your face wherever you are. So we sit for a few more seconds with the bird song and the bare earth and the bright shots of colour pushing out through the bareness of it all, with a promise of today, what we can find to be happy about and grateful for. And over the next few weeks, there'll be more and more of this. Okay, back over to Anna.
Amazing video. I actually blogged about tuning in. If anyone's interested, you can find my blog on annadyson.com. And you've just invited me to really think about, pay attention to tuning out as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think both practices are so vital, so important.
So helpful. Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Yep. Exactly that.
So thank you so much for that. And also paying attention. And the more and more I think about the Shema, about one of our central texts in our Siddur, in our prayer book, which we recite every time we gather together, and we have it in our mezuzot on the doorpost of our home, and we traditionally say it at night time, just before we go to bed. Shema, listen, pay attention. The more I think about it, the more I think it's pay attention.
Yep.
And I was thinking about the text that comes straight after that line, and I will say it. I'm not sure people have it in front of them. It might be familiar to you, it might not, but equally, it's so mindful. It's saying, pay attention. B'chol levavecha, uv'chol nafshecha, uv'chol mo'odecha. Pay attention with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. That intention there, pay attention. And then with such a recognition of how the day goes, our mind drifts, we're distracted, something comes up. But when you rise up,
yeah,
when you you should set your children. So that's the wrong piece there. It's saying b'shivtecha b'veitecha, when you sit in your home, and when you lech on the derech, when you go on your way, when you're going to bed, and when you're rising up. In the Shema, we're told, it's okay. Things will happen, but come back to it.
Yep.
Come back to it with all your heart,
all
your soul.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and it is amazing that we have this capacity as human beings to do this. The fact that we forget that we have the power and the ability, and so we get caught up in the spirals of whatever it is. But it is an extraordinary capacity that we are given to come back with awareness, with intention, and find something in that day,
and
in that moment.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
So we need these reminders. We need these reminders as mezuzot on our homes, al mezuzot betecha, and we need them on our gates, uva sha'arecha, and in a truly creative new way. We can have them as bracelets on our hands.
Exactly.
Again, I feel like it's a big promotion now, but I've been making bracelets with Hebrew letters, and then my new one is Shema, pay attention. This is my mezuzah on my wrist now, to remind me, Shema, pay attention. And again, if you'd like one, you can order it on the Balance website or the Anadise website. But that's not the point here. The point here is to Shema, pay attention, to bring goodness, to pay attention to the goodness in the world right now, and pay attention to how we can bring goodness, how we can turn this day, this Tuesday, this day of Chol, into a day of Kodesh. I want to I'll end by singing the Shema tune that I sang last week, which is repetitive, again, trying to imbue this idea of the more we sing something, the more we can ingest it and take it on and put it into our hearts. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And of course, Echad, that unity. I think we probably need to focus, pay attention to that word fully, and its fullness and beauty and potential for goodness. Hopefully this practice today has helped you connect into your goodness, into your sense of connection to the world, and wishing you a day filled with goodness, brimming, overflowing, with goodness that is inherent and goodness that we're going to create today. Thank you so much for joining. Share this message with other people, give our page a like, send us a message, tell us if you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.